Alright, this is really huge news. Basically, this has to do with James Holmes being brought into the jail cell. He was being wheelchaired in, and somebody remembered this, and upon searching for it, luckily, that information was contained in a person's blog. And so it was an excerpt from a news site. So we searched for that excerpt, and we found out that it was from the Daily News, and that was actually posted on the 22nd, that inmates said that he was being wheelchaired in, and he had a towel covered over his face so you couldn't see his face, and it was red, and that they also had to wash red paint off of his body. It looks like his hair had been spray painted red. And now check this out. So he's actually being wheelchaired in. You may think, well, what's the point? Because Holmes was found unconscious, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you that information in a minute. Not only that, but the inmates said that, like, the detention, whatever, the solitary confinement, there's a window on the door, and they covered that up with duct tape. More than likely, his face was covered and the window was covered because they're hiding the fact that this man was knocked out cold, unconscious. And obviously, when you see the video of him in court, he's barely keeping his eyes open. Now, so basically what's going on is he was drugged unconscious while other people performed the shooting. Another person. So, what else do we have to indicate that he was totally unconscious? Well, there was a spine board that you can see from the flybys underneath the car, suggesting that maybe they brought the spine board out because they thought that there was a victim. As you can hear from the police radio, it says, "I've got a victim in a white car, white Kia, I can't remember. I've got a victim in a white car," meaning that they saw individuals sitting in the car, and they were, I guess, like slumped over, and they would have been thought that they were a victim. And then obviously the doors would have been locked, perhaps, and so what they needed to do to get him out was to break the windows. And as you can see, that there's a window broken on the car, and there's glass. Basically, I just want to hammer home that he was brought in a wheelchair. Oh, and then the Daily News scrubbed that. They scrubbed that, so that information was removed, and it was removed the next day. But if you look for it, you'll find the cached version. So that's a really big deal. Why did they get rid of that? And then, and then obviously the mugshot was not taken until 3 days later. And why didn't they do that? Because he probably couldn't even keep his eyes open. So, I mean, what else do we need here to get you riled up and understand that this could have been one of us, either being shot by this corrupt government or being set up, and they're just getting away with it.